I know it was been a weird week. 2 days with no me. Oops, that phone call. It's from the pharmacy, probably telling me I have medication ready to pick up. Anyway, so what we're going to look at today is my Bead Box Bargains order and my Aunties Beads order. Now, my Bead Box Bargains order has within it this little value bundle they did. What did they call this one? North Star Value Bundle. So we're going to look at that as well. I have to see how many items there are in this little bundle to see which kind of box I need to put it in. Anyway, so we're going to look at that. And then we'll look at my Aunties Beads order, as I said. Uh-oh, it's doing it again. Darn it, I hate that. Okay, I have to go out for a second here. There we go. Okay, that's working good again. All right. So anyway, like I say, I missed a couple days. My husband had surgery on Monday, which the surgeon told him they had to do a little bit extra work than they thought they would have to, which was not great. And but they said it went well, so that is great. Hey Georgina. So that's good. And then I had my own pre-surgery appointment yesterday for my knee surgery, which is in about 12 days. And if you'll recall, I said everything should be fine unless my blood work is screwed up. Well, they tested my blood work again, and it was close because I needed to have my A1C down to 7.5 or lower. It was 7.4, so I just squeaked it, but that's okay. So anyway, we're going to turn down and, oh, by the way, if you were watching Randy Brown on Thunder Horse Descendants and somebody said something about her horses, got a whole bunch of horses. Hi, Tina. So this is my package of horses, and it's got a little sticker on here. It says it was made in China, which is, oh, what a surprise. 3/4 of everything's made in China, isn't it? It says it's 100 of them. Anyway, whole bunch of the little horses. So I told her I'd probably need to send her some more since she liked those little horses so much. Hey Dawn, how's it going? So anyway, we are going to turn down. We're going to look at my order that I got from Bead Box Bargains, as well as take a look at that little value bundle. And then we're going to also look at my Aunties Beads. Then we're going to see what time it is, see if we want to do anything else. As far as, is there anything we want to check out as far as things are concerned? Make something or whatever. So let's turn down. So we're going to turn down now, and we're going to take a look at my order from Bead Box Bargains. And so we can see, and then we'll look at, like I say, that little North Star Value Bundle that I do love their bundles. Unfortunately, my budget's about shot now, so we'll have to, I'm not going to be able to get stuff very much for a while, but that's all right. We'll work on it. So anyway, let's turn down. Here we are. I think my husband's on the phone with his doctor. Anyway, here's our order slip, and here's the goodies. Now, all of these prices are before the discount, of course, and I don't think they let us have the discount on this little value bundle, if I remember right, because of the that it was a really good price in the first place. This is the little value bundle. We'll open that up and look at it later, but we'll look at the rest of the things first. Looks like my free gift is some star spacers. I love this these spacers. I think they're really pretty. So let's pull this sideways so we can see what we got here. It says the first one is 20 pieces of 8 by 5 millimeter corrugated flower bead caps in antique silver. Their original price is $1.49. I got 2. That's why I just put 1 back in the bag. And these are these little guys. So I thought these were really pretty. These are pretty. They're a little bit more tapered than I thought they were. So tighter, but I think they're really pretty. We'll put those to use pretty soon. Then I got some Coriana chains since they had it back on sale again. And I got both gold and silver, 3 meters, 0.6. Now the stuff I got from Amazon was 0.5, so it's thinner than these are. Hey, Dominique. And so we got some silver and some gold. The silver was $4.29 for the pack of 3 meters, and the gold was $4.99 for the pack of 3 meters. So we've got some more Coriana chain. Always good to have. You know, I never used to use that, but I have loved it since I got it. So I'm really glad I do have it anymore. The next thing we have is a Finding 4934, 10 pieces of detailed flower links. That's these guys. I hadn't gotten these before, but when she showed them on the preview, I thought, you know, these are pretty and they look really good painted. So I'm probably going to paint some of these and use them for earrings or whatever, but I really like them. I think they're pretty. And I think this is a package of 10. So come on, open back up so you can go back in your home. There we go. So that package of 10 was $1.29 for the flower connectors. Now, the next thing I got were 2 pieces of 20 by 16 millimeter rhinestone round flower pendants in gold. And I got 3 packages of this, so we can just put these other 2 away. I also got some in silver, and I got 2 packages of this silver, so we'll get these out. They were $1.49 for a pair of 2, and this is the gold. I thought these were pretty. I think what I'm going to do with these is they're going to be earrings. Though I did get extras, so I can make them into some simple pendants, maybe on the Coriana chain. And then, of course, here's the silver ones. I like both colors, but I've got to admit that the gold one, the little rhinestones, stand out more prominently than they do on the silver, which I find that I like that. So, hey, Anita. Hey, Heather. How you doing today, honey? So I believe my husband's on the phone right now with his surgeon because his shoulder has been bothering him quite a bit. Next on my order is 4 pieces of 17 by 10 millimeter crystal and brass faceted teardrop pendants, gold with red, $1.39 for the 4-pack. He's pretty. I've really gotten into red lately. Don't know why, but I really, really am liking all these red things I've been getting recently. I really think they're pretty. So anyway, there's red crystals. Those were $1.39 prior to the discount. The next thing we have is I got 2 packages There's the one. Here's the second. Of these, the forest charms, they called them. I'm going to paint at least one set of these, the yellow moon and the green trees. I think that's going to be pretty. I did get 2 sets of these. They were, of course, ones that were originally in our kit. Our original Arctic Aurora. Oops. Well, that wasn't good. Dropped one on the floor. I'll have to find that. They were $1.79 for the pair. I'm going to sit this aside to remind myself I need to find the one off the floor. Next, I had, that's these guys, I'm pretty sure. 5824, yes. 4 pieces of 32 by 33 millimeter lobster claw clasp with a 30 millimeter key ring set in light gold, $1.99 for 4 of them. Now, I really liked these because they have this big, huge thing. These will make great like purse charms, and you can use them for key rings too, because I was thinking, get over there so you don't fall off. For people who want to use their purse charms for key rings, you could always just leave this fine, just like this, and hook your pretties up to this piece right here. And that would, so I got to try something like that. And if you didn't want to, if you wanted to just use it for purse charm, you could put your sari silk or fairy silk or whatever you're using to make the pretty cloth tassel right through this big key ring too. So you could do that way and then still put a pretty dangle on this piece. So options with these, and I decided I'd give them a try, see if I liked that or not. So those were $1.99 for the 4 of them before their discount. Now, for those of you who don't get a Bargain Bead Box, those of us who do, we get a 30% coupon for using at Bead Box Bargains. So next, we have 6 of these. I'm just going to pick most of them up and put them away. This is the polar bears from out of our, that's what this one is right here too. From out of our kit. Yep, there's the 6th one. I ordered 6 pair of these because I hadn't ever seen them in this white quartz color before. And they're very pretty. I like them. They have the cutouts. You know, the other ones they had on their site did not have the cutouts between the legs. They just had a little indentation there, which I didn't really care for at all. It didn't look right to me. So I didn't bother to order any, though I did get a free pair with one of my orders. But so I got 6 more pair of these little white ones, white. So, but I think I'm going to have to go through my pairs, and because I don't think that pairs really well. This one is more of a matte like, and this one's more of a shiny like, and they're slightly different sizes. So anyway, that's the polar bears. They were $1.99 for the pair. So we got 6 pair of those. Then the next thing I got was 2 of these. Nope, just one of these, I guess. This one is the, this one's the later one. This one is the abalone shell pendant. I like this well enough that from the kit that I ordered a second one, even though I haven't used the first one yet. This one is a really pretty one. Look at that abalone. Isn't that gorgeous? Hey, Cynthia. So anyway, I got a second one of these. Normally I'd cut this off, but these are welded. And so I don't mind it being there. I don't have to worry about it opening. So this is my second abalone pendant. Like I said, I haven't used the first one yet, but we will. And then lastly on my order here, other than our North Star bundle, is this, oh, by the way, The pendant was $4.49 before discount. This one is $3.79 before discount. This was the other pendant in the kit, the mountain scene. I had painted my other one, and I'll probably do the same with this one. But I think they turned out they're really pretty. So that is my order, other than our North Star bundle, which we'll get out here. And it's right here beside us. Now this one is one of those things, they didn't send us a little slip telling us what was what. So we'll just pay attention to what it says on the packages. And there are, let's see, how many packages are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, these can go probably in one of my regular boxes then. Okay, they are numbered. No, they're not. I thought they were because I saw 7 inches right here, but it is not a number. So let's just pick one up and we'll go through these things. Number 1, and well, it's not numbered, so I shouldn't say number 1. This first one I have here is 7 inches of 8mm tiger eye, dyed and heated round beads in Galaxy Blue. Its regular price would be $10.99, the suggested retail price. Now this is more like what I'm used to hearing as Galaxy, because look at all of the different colors in here. Here's the blue and brown, here's purple, and there's purple and blue, and there's another, ooh, that one's pretty. Another purple and blue one. Here's some more brown ones. So quite the, ooh, this is quite the combination. Look at that one. It's blue and purple and brown and very pretty. But this little strand is gorgeous. So this is Galaxy Blue Tiger's Eye, and it is dyed and heated. So come on, go down in there. So, and I will probably put these in a box later, but we'll worry about that later. Well, let's get you here. This one is Drewsy's, obviously. 6mm Drewsy agate round beads, plated in green iris. Its suggested retail price is $4.99. Now, I like Drewsy's, but they're not something that I go out of my way to get because they're, let's face it, they're a matte bead. Hi, Dawn. But I do like the little, where the little crystal pockets are. But that's one thing about Drewsy's that I'm like, okay, where's the crystal pocket in some of them? If they don't have the crystal pocket, they're not a true Drewsy as far as I'm concerned. But see, there's a little crystal pocket there. And then that one. I see all kinds of little sparkles in this one, but no true pockets. This one has a really good pocket, though, however, so. So anyway, these are pretty, but they're, like I say, they would probably not be a favorite. And if I was ordering them myself without being in a kit, I probably would not order them. What I did here, there it is. But that's just me because I'm not a big Drewsy fan. Not that they're not really pretty. They are, but they're just not my regular pick for myself. 7 inches of 6mm moonstone glass, man-made round beads. These are in twilight shimmer. Their suggested retail price is $3.99. So these are little gray ones with a blue tones in them. Weirdly enough, this style of matte beads I don't mind, as well as sea glass. To me, it's just supposed to be that way. So, but look at all the blue shimmers in these gray beads. Look, it's really pretty. So that's bead strand number 3 is our, they call it Twilight Shimmer. Actually, that's a good name for it because it does have all those beautiful blues and purple shimmers, and it's gray. So you'd think of that as Twilight to me anyway. So let's see, do we have any more beads? Oh, yep, here's some more beads. These are more beads too. Cool. So we have, these are, now again, these are some of my less favorite beads, mainly because they're scratchy. They're great in earrings. But if you put them in like a necklace, you need a bigger bead close to it to lift it off so you don't have it scratching on your neckline area. They are an interesting color. 11 inches of 3x4 crystal triangle beads in frosted crystal AB. Suggested retail price is $3.99. You know, for some reason, these do not feel as scratchy as some of them do. I don't know why. But, yeah, that is my main objection to triangle beads. I think they're pretty. I like them. I have them in various colors. I just worry about where I put them at because they are sort of scratchy, and anybody with sensitive skin, they're going to bother. So that is one thing. If I were to use these like in a bracelet or something, and somebody was interested in them, in that bracelet, when I was selling it, I would probably make a comment about how that it could be scratchy if you have sensitive skin, just to be transparent with your customers. Hey Dorothy, how's it going? So anyway, that is our triangle beads. And it looks like we have another bead here. Oh, that doesn't want to close. One of those beads is sitting right in the packaging. I have to go in a box later anyway. So for our last actual, no, well, this is a bead, but it's a little different, but we'll get to it. This is 12 pieces of 8 by 10 millimeter English cut crystal rondelle beads in crystal AB. They are $2.99 for the 12. And they are a really pretty English cut. Those are gorgeous. I really like these. But then, as most people know, I'm a big crystal fan, and I really, really love these. And I love an English cut anyway. So those are gorgeous. I really, really like those. So far, the things I really love are these crystals and the dyed Galaxy Blue Tiger Eye. Next, we have, this is a bead, though there's only a couple of them. Check those out. I wish there had been more of these in here. These are so pretty. They are 2 pieces of 14 millimeter quartz crystal faceted star beads. $3.99 is the suggested retail price for the 2 of them. Aren't those gorgeous? This is the value bundle, the North Star value bundle. It was $8.99 for the bundle, and they did not allow the discount on this bundle, if I remember right. So, but I love these stars, and I hope they have more of them, but because they are really, really gorgeous, and they are quartz crystal rather than a glass one. So. Let's see. This is a 27 by 20 millimeter brass and cubic zirconia celestial pendant It's lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. Its suggested retail price is $4.99. And isn't it pretty? This is another one that will be nice if they have extras. It's got a moon, crystal moon here, and some little crystal stars. Oh, that's a secondary. That's a secondary thing. Since there's a hanging star over here, I wonder if it was supposed to have another one. Well, when it hangs on the pendant, it's going to go right here. So, interesting. So, isn't that pretty, though? It's so, so pretty. Well, if it was supposed to have another little dangle here, it doesn't have one in the bag, but it is pretty. And I'll just add something if I decide it needs something. Or you could, because there is 2 loops like this, and maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, is you could, because this would then dang straight down, you could hook in for your pendant, chain going this way, chain going that way, instead of just going off one. So that's a very, very pretty pendant, though. No, there's things in here you knew I wouldn't care for. Yeah. So it's really, really, that's a really pretty pendant. I really like that. So next, we'll grab this one. Oh, it's spacers. 50 pieces, 4x3 millimeter stainless steel spacer beads, hypoallergenic. $4.99 for the pack. It says 50 of them. I'm not going to bother rolling them out. They're pretty hefty little dudes, so they're probably solid. But they're just ball spacers, so that's cool. I always love a ball spacer. Next, we have 6 pieces of cubic zirconia star charms, silver. $2.99 is their retail price. And I have a hair that is driving me nuts here, sticking to things. Oh, these are cool. They're cages. It doesn't say they are, but they're cages with a, if you look inside the cage, you can see it's got a Rivoli in here. So those are pretty. Actually, this isn't a Rivoli. Rivolis have points on both sides. This is a Chardon. But hi, Chris. So anyway, these are really pretty little caged crystal stars. You can see how they're caged here on the side here. But yeah, those are pretty. There's 6 of those. Now these would be really pretty as dangles on a necklace, multiple dangles on a necklace or a bracelet. Put 4 in and then make a pair of earrings too. Pretty. And lastly, we have 2 pieces of 18 by 12 millimeter platinum plated brass filigree star box clasp, nickel free. $2.99 is their suggested retail price. Okay. Now, if you've never used a box clasp, how this works is you hook this to one side of your necklace piece. This is the other side. You see there's a hole right there. They've got a jump ring in there. I don't know why, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Then how these work is you push down on this little piece right here and it will pull out. There's little bumpies right here. It goes in to clasp it. You just push that back into there. Well, go into your slot. You just came out quite easily, so you shouldn't be having problems going back in. There we go. Squish down on it a little bit, push it into place, and once it's in, it latches right here where the edges are. So Oh, hi, Nicole. I didn't see you come in. Oh, dear. Package exchange, huh? So, these are really pretty little box clasps. So, anyway, it slides just you can see there's a hole right there, and this piece just slides right into it and clicks down into space. Did you hear the click? So there's two of those. So those are pretty, and they're sort of they're in a shape of a star. Even with the filigree, you can see that it's a shape of a star. You're loving my nails? Yeah, I've had them on for a little over a week now. I figured if they last until my surgery, I'll just pull them off before my surgery. And I got some new of this type, but they are more of a pink with a blue cast when you move them. So that's fun. So anyway, that's our little North Star value bundle. It was $18.99. My whole order, including the bundle, was after my discount of $14.46. It was, and adding the shipping, it was $56.70. So I think we got some nice, fun stuff in this order, and I think we'll have fun using it. So next we're going to look at my Aunties Beads order. I got a few things from them. Just drop it out here. Some of these are multiples, so as I find them, I'll just put them aside. But we got, let's see if we can get these in sort of order here. So, well, it says the first thing in here is 2 packages of ball head pins, blah, there's one of them. I just got these because they were a reasonable price. There's 10 of them for 90 cents, which means 10 cents a piece, and anymore, the price of head pins. You know, you used to be able to get head pins for you know, really cheap. That's not the case anymore. I think I generally pay somewhere around 16 cents a piece for the head pins. Now, there should be one more package of the head pins, but I'm not seeing them. But anyway, these are 90 cents a piece for the package of head pins. And it says I got 2, but I'm not seeing 2. I know I did. I checked these in the other day. I just have to put them away. Next, I have silver-plated chain extenders with the teardrop. Quite a few of these. I like these. They're a great extender. Here, I'll just put... They were on sale for 50 cents a piece. I think they're normally about, if I remember right, I usually pay... if I have to pay the regular price for them, they're like about $2.99 or something like that. But see, it's already got the 3-inch chain, and then it's got this pretty little dangle at the end. So, and so this is my Aunties Beads order. So I did get 4 of these for myself. I use these on my circlets. When I make my circlets, I use these a lot. So that's why I got 4 of them. If I see the others, I will pull them out of here. There's one of them. Okay, next. 3 leather crimp ends with a ring, 12 by 6 with a 4mm inner diameter. That's these ones. I don't get this size a lot, but they had them, and I got 3 packages of them. And I got them because I have, where'd I put it? Darn. Did I lose it? No, there it is. I had got this the other day because I thought it was pretty, but none of my cord ends would fit. So I got this. This actually might even be too big. But you can use these when you're doing, yeah, it's even bigger than I need it. It'll still work because this is the squish down kind. What you do is you put these in, the end in, and then you glue it. And then there's this little middle piece right here. Let's see if you can see it. It's got a separation between the two sides. And you take your pliers and you squish that down. You don't want to squish it too hard. You don't Hercules it because then the little connecting will break. That's right here. But that's how you use those. So these are a little big for this leather still, but it'll work better because at least I can get them on. So that's what I wanted to use those for. And so I think I got three sets of these so that I'd have some for. And the other thing I was going to say is you can use these leather ends. There should be one more in here. I just saw it. There it is. For if you're making earrings too, leather earrings, because you need it. You can do them all separately, and just hook them all to your ear wire. But if you have a big one like this, you can put both pieces of your leather in it, and then you don't have to use two. One works just fine that way. And just put both your earring pieces, bring them together and put them in here. So that works great. These were 68 cents for the package of 2. Next is an enamel butterfly. I just saw that. Where'd you go? But there it is. A connector in green and blue. It's green and yellow, Rose, not green and blue. It's 18 by 26 millimeter. It's a package of 2, and it was 55 cents. So, butterfly connector. Now, these are great for bracelets, anklets, even a simple necklace. They are a connector. Though, because they are a connector, if you're going to put them in a necklace down the side, your butterflies are going to be flying sideways. So it either becomes a focal, or if it is flying sideways and you want to do it like that, you could put the other one in the opposite direction so they're facing the right way. So they would be pretty as a necklace too. So there we go. There's the butterflies. Next we have a swirly flower with the open middle pendant. Is that you? No, that's not you. I know what you look like. Just gotta find you. Is this you? Nope, this is the other one. This is number 2, the next one. There's you guys, the other extender, and there's the other pins that we were looking for. Find not what I'm wanting, but what different things. We want 240. 240. Well, it looks like we're not going to find 240 right off the bat, so we'll skip over 240 and we'll go to this one, which is 0555. It's open filigree disc pendant, 43 millimeters. I think it's pretty cool. It was only 90 cents. Come here. Isn't that cool? It's a big guy. And if you wanted to, you could paint in various colors on these pieces. And I think that would be fun. So there's that one. So 0822 Bally style pendant with 10 loops. That's these guys. I bought some of these before, but they're so pretty. I decided to get some more. They're 60 cents. see, I think I had 2 of these, but I'm not seeing the other one right offhand, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. But these are a set of 2. This little piece up here looks like a swan to me, but those were 60 cents. Now, all of these things were on sale. I tend to go to Aunties Beads. They have a sale. They almost always have a sale. They almost this is the order from Aunties Beads, yes. Has anyone heard from Beth? I texted Beth day before yesterday, and they had a lot of snow in Myrtle Beach, as you know, because I was a little worried. I hadn't heard from her either. So I texted her and talked to her for a little while. I was actually going to call her again yesterday and talk to her, make sure they're all still all right, but I didn't do so. I have to do so today. I needed to ask her some questions anyway. So I'll be talking to Beth this afternoon. Well, hope I will. You love the butterfly? It's your favorite? So anyway, yeah, Beth, they had a lot of snow in Myrtle Beach, but she said they were all right. They did not lose their electricity. They had a wood stove and a gas stove for cooking and a wood stove, gas heat in their house. So they were fine. So, but that is one I do want to check on her again. So I will be doing that. Puffed flower. Next is puffed flower beads with sharp petals. If I remember right, that's this one. Let's check my number. Nope, this is not that one. Pendant with sharp petals. We're looking for 0865. 0865. That's 0824. Oh, this was actually supposed to be the next one anyway. Ballet style heart earrings, 26 by 19 millimeter. If you'll recall, we had some of these before, and I made those pretty red earrings with them. But they are, ooh, that one has a bend. I'm going to have to put it on the steel block and give it a little bop. But so that's the heart pendant. So I think there might even be more than one of these, but we'll find out in a minute. Now we're still looking for that flower beads with sharp petals. 1150. No, 1865. Oh, that's these. Puffed flower beads with sharp petals. I was looking for actual petals, but these are they just have a picture engraved on them. They're a pack of 6 they were 70 cents, and I got a few different packs of these. Oh, those are pretty heavy. I didn't realize that, but that's cool. Don't want to use a ton of them then. I got more than one because I thought these were sort of southwesterny, and I thought they'd make a cool necklace or worked into a necklace. So I got a couple of packages of those. There's one of the other packages right there. And as I was saying, Aunties Beads has good sales constantly. You just have to check. And they have some really nice stuff on their sales. So these are all things that were on sale. So We're now at a antique silver diamond shaped pendant. Antique silver diamond shaped pendant. That's these guys. And they, oh, come on, open. Why is it some baggies want to open with no problem and others just want to argue with you? So these are like a hammered, they're not really hammered, but they're textured big silver triangle. They have one hole up here. However, I have in the past, if I wanted to add more things, drilled little holes here, here, and here, or punched holes, I should say. And they are really, really cool. These are silver, so they're sort of reflective. And I do have, the next thing I think is the brass ones. So actually, I think I may have skipped over it. Nope, these are the right ones. Diamond shape is next. So I got a couple of packages of these, if I remember right. There's probably a couple down in here. And then next is the antique silver turquoise howlite flower pendant. That's this one. Again with a baggie that doesn't want to open. For which one, honey? The link for what? So this is the flower pendant. And this was oh come on, 85 cents on sale. So got a couple of those. Oh, actually, this one was 99 cents. The other one I got was 89 cents for those. So next is the antique silver turquoise flower pendant with the howlite center. That's these guys. Yeah. Got a couple of these, and these were 85 cents. They're a antique silver turquoise flower pendant with howlite cinder. And see, it's got little howlites in here, and then the hole is right here, the hanging hole. It's a pretty little pendant. Got a couple of those. Gemstone, amethyst gemstone pendant oval. This was probably one of my most expensive things I got in this order. It was $1.99, but I wanted to check it out. Amethyst gemstone pendant, 25 by 35 millimeter. $1.99 for the one, and it was on sale. I think its normal price was like $4.99 or $5.99. It is got a drill hole from top to bottom. Look at that, really cool. This side's more light, like lavender amethyst, but that one has that really cool, almost like a arrow in there. So that's really cool. You need the link for the Southwest beads. Oh, the ones, the heavy ones. It's just Aunties Beads, and let's see if I can grab one out, and I'll hold it up so you can see the, there it is. And I said they change the cells constantly, but that's that one. Your mom is online. Your mom is online. I could hear that out there. So, yeah, I know. Your neighbor wasn't home, Dawn? That's too bad. So anyway, you tried to contact Beth to tell her package was in limbo? Yeah, mine's probably that way too, that I sent her. Okay, next is a connector called Enjoy the Journey. It's got Enjoy the Journey printed on it. I just saw that. Yeah, so it's like a bracelet connector. And there are a package of 2 for 60 cents. Well, like I say, everything here was on sale. That may not be the price you get now. I tend to really enjoy their cells. They're frequent. So it says just a bracelet, little bar with enjoy the journey on it. I would want to try and bend it a little bit to, but when you're bending stuff like this, sometimes they're made out of what they call pot metal, which is just leftover metal from when they're making other things, and they're not always the strongest stuff. So you got to be careful when you're bending them. Just do a little bit at a time. So anyway, that's the connector there. The next one is a Dream Big connector. Where's the Dream Big connector? There's another one of those and another one of these. I knew there was more in there. Where's the Dream Big connector? Oh, here it is. This one has already got a bend in it. So this is small, so it would make a pretty delicate little bracelet unless you wanted to put it in like a multi-strand and use it in the middle and a focal of a multi-strand bracelet. So this one just says Dream Big on it. It has some moon and stars. So, and it's just the right amount of bend. So. Next is a large braided connector, 45 by 32. That's this one. It was 88 cents for the package of 2. I use these in hair barrettes. They're really pretty. Again, this is one of those ones you have to be really careful bending because it is pot metal and it will break if you're don't bend it slowly. But it really looks cool on a hair barrette, maybe with a little crystal or something in the middle here. And I have put crystals in these little loop spots here before too, and it really turns out pretty. So yeah, this is a hair barrette thing to me. So I got I got this one package of those. You have to go. Bye, Cynthia. Have a nice day. Next is enameled rectangle pendant with crystals black. And that's this guy. I think there's actually a couple in here. Yep, there's a second one. These were 60 cents for the pair. Now they had these in blue and a light blue and another color as well. But I just got the black because I thought the black was pretty. Can't remember what the other color was besides the light blue. But they have these in more than one color. With the black around enamel around the outside and the crystals around the other side. I thought they were cool looking. I think these will make interesting earrings, or even, like I say, a simple pendant on some, like just on some Coriana chain, maybe a few crystals with it. Be really pretty. So that's little antique gold enamel rectangle pendant with crystals in black, 12 by 21, package of 2 for 60 cents on their sale. So next we have butterfly connector in gray and white, 18 by 26. There's the gray and white one. I also have a pink and white one, which is the next one. They were the same price of 60 cents a piece for the pair. Again, these are connectors like the green and yellow one we looked at earlier. But this one's gray and white, though I would call that cream, not white, but it's there's the gray and cream. Sorry, I don't think that's white. It's not very white. And then this one is, they just call this one pink. Well, they say pink and white. And I guess it is pink and white because now see, this one is definitely more white down through here in the bottom. This one is a pretty little butterfly. I like it a lot. They come as a pair of 2. So Next we have, did I miss these? I missed them when I was checking them in, and I was like, where are those? Let's see. Yeah, maybe we haven't got to them yet. That's fine. We'll find them. Next is crystal large teardrop pendant, crystal AB 28 by 50. That's the bigger one here. I got a couple of these. They were $1.35. And I had never seen these at Aunties Beads before. I was pretty thrilled to see them because, and especially on the sale, because look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I use these for my sun catchers. So I got 2 of this size. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? And I got, the next one is 3. I got 3 of the other style that they had. One, well, here's one of them. There's 2. There's, oh, I guess I got 3 of the big ones and 2 of the smaller ones, because that's a third big one. And these are the 2 small ones. So these are crystal teardrop pendant, crystal AB 24 by 38 millimeter. Down. Check this guy out. Isn't he pretty? So I thought, oh man, those will make some really gorgeous sun catchers. And if you really wanted to, they call them a pendant. I guess you could put them on a necklace if you wanted to put them on a necklace. But you were just wondering about these? Yeah. Like I said, I have never seen crystals like this at Aunties Beads, so I was really excited when I saw them. So I got some for my sun catchers. Number 2 is, the next one is antique silver plated charm with crystals, dark purple, 10 by 7, package of 5. I think I have 2 of these here somewhere. See, there's the other one. So put that away. But this is 2, well, these were, yeah, these were more, no, this isn't the right price on these. I've got the wrong price wrote down here. It was 88 cents. So we got to fix that. So come open. There's 5 of these. And they are a crystal teardrop. They're in a little silver round case with, these are dark purple. So these are ones I use in earrings as dangles, or I sometimes use them on the end of my extender chains as a little pretty. So this is a package of 5. It was 88 cents. Got the wrong price wrote on it, but that's all right. We got that fixed. Twisted round jewelry links is the next one in antique copper. There's 55 cents for a package. It says 50 in here. I'm not sure it's really 50, but it might be. And I like these for just like using them as connectors and things, because in bracelets, if you want to just have, you know, a pretty and then a this and a pretty and then this, it works really cool. You know, like just put a bead between them, or you can use them in multi-strand necklaces to put the strands together, things like that. I think these are pretty. They just called this a diamond finding here. It's the same as those silver ones I showed you earlier, but this one is a antique brass. So makes quite a difference, but different metal between the silver and the brass. So that's antique brass ones. Those were 65 cents for those, and the real rings were 55 cents on sale. Oh, there's another one of those. Oh, and I got another one of those. I knew there was more than these in here. So now we have 58 cents for these silver-plated donut earring findings, 28 by 24. And they just have a hole up here, but I have punched holes like around the edges if I wanted to have more holes in them. But now we have these guys. I got 2 bags of these because these are a large hole bead. They'll fit on 2mm leather. Check glass spacer beads, hyacinth, 8mm, $2.79 for this strand. And I love these for putting on leather. They fit just perfect. Let's see if I can get it so you can see the hole, so you can see what I mean by the hole size here. That they are. See these little beads, right? These little drooks are right down so that you can't. They've got them snugged up pretty good, but the hole is almost the same size as the drook. A seed bead would easily fall into these, so I got a couple of packages of these. I always do when I see, at least get one package of these when I see them in the sell stuff at Aunties Beads, because I do like these for leather. They're great for leather. They also work on the 2mm satin cord. So another great thing that works nicely. So these are also really love. This color would also go well on the satin cord with the on the leather cord or the satin cord with the porcelain beads that have the orange flowers on them that we got from Bargain Bead Box. I think that would be really, really pretty. So I got 2 packages of those. Then I got, the next one is this, this was 99 cents for this. These are check glass oval beads in crystal, 7 by 11mm. In other words, they're a rice bead. And I've always loved this shape, the rice bead shape, so decided to see how these crystal ones looked. So those are pretty. They were only on sale for 99 cents for this little strand. Though it isn't a long strand, it's probably 8-inch strand, but still. You open. Then this was $1 for this strand. It's check glass rondelle beads, amethyst, 2 by 4mm. In other words, little discs. So it's more of a little disc than a rondelle, in my opinion, but they're tiny little purple ones. I like a little disc. They make a great little accent between whatever you want to put them in. Like a lot of times if I'm beading something, I might just put one of these in with a spacer on either side as just a little bit of accent in there to go along with other stuff. Hey, Carolyn, how's it going? So there is our little rondelles. And those were $1. And lastly, we have check glass ginkgo beads in crystal AB, 7.5mm for the strand. They were 99 cents. These are crystal, so they don't have any special color, but these ones have little polka dots on them. So if you want to make a 2-strand bracelet or even a 3-strand, these are really good. I made one before with beads I got from Soflex. And see, those little ginkgos. Though actually this is not enough for one of these bracelets. It would need probably more than that. You'd have to make just a short one, but because you can see I have 3 strands of the ginkgos up here. So it's long enough for 2, but it wouldn't make the 3. So that was my last ones from my Aunties Beads order. So I hope you enjoyed looking at all these wonderful pretties with me. And one thing about Aunties Beads, excuse me, if you spend over $50, the shipping is free. So there are a few things I took out of here that were multiples that I put in my, these are my free gift item things. And so this order came to a total of $56 with everything that's in here, and a few, like I say, a few things I took out that were duplicates of things I have in here for my stuff I get for free gifts and stuff for folks. So that was my Aunties Beads order, and I think that those were pretty fun. So anyway, we've just had a little bit over an hour. I'm thinking I want to maybe make something really quickly. I do have to find that piece I dropped on the floor earlier after a bit. Not sure where it went to. It's down there somewhere, though. But thinking there was something we were looking at that I thought would make a really pretty I feel like I'm rolling over the top of something down here. So, oh, it's just an empty bag. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want it to have something in said bag and squish it, but I wanted to, we might be able to use some of our really fine Coriana chain here. And now this is the stuff I got from Amazon, which is 0.5 as opposed to the 0.6 that we've been using. So it is thinner, but it is so delicate and pretty. And I thought, oh, wow, that'll make some really pretty, delicate necklaces. These, I originally got these for earrings, but it would go, see how pretty that would go on there? With maybe just a couple of crystals to add a little something right by the, this will need a bail unless I wanted to jump ring it, which I don't. So we'll get it, I will get a little bail out for it. Little bail and put the crystal on either side of the bail and then hang that. Just have a really simple top left over here. This. It's a little glass ball. I got this at the beach. It's a miniature of the little ones they make, you know, the glass float balls. Isn't it pretty? I like it. It's so cute. But it does have a flat bottom, so it sits. It's more of a decorative item than anything. But one of my little pretties, you know. So I need to get this a quick little bail. We're going to make this just short. We don't want a really long one. This is going to be a simple necklace. So we'll cut this to 18 inches. I'm going to have to cut my, clean my desk off one of these days, if only because I'm getting more and more pretties that sit up here, and then my junk is keeping it from sitting down nicely. So here's my little, I cut 18 inches of the Coriana chain. Did I knock the crystal off, or is it still on here somewhere? Oh, it's on the other side. I knocked it all right, but up onto a chain more than on where I want it to be. Come here, you. I could just leave you on there and put you back in the baggie, I guess. Get another crystal out. Yeah, I got that in Lincoln City. They have glassworks down there, and that's where I got them. They make all kinds of wonderful, fun stuff. So that's in Oregon, Lincoln City, Oregon, on the coast. So we'll put this crystal on here, and I'm going to get another crystal out, and I need to get a small silver bell. I don't want anything really big, but I don't want to just use a jump ring either, because this is going to be like a little classic beauty kind of thing. And I have made these with without, instead of this and a bell, putting a pearl in here. That makes a really, really pretty necklace. And so let's get us a little bell. And I just decided to go with a little bead bell because it's tiny and it won't be in the least bit intrusive on here. I only have a couple of them left though, so I'm going to have to see if I can find some more. I think I got these from Bead Box Bargains, but the last time I checked, I don't think they had any left. Though they might have, because I think I might have ordered some this time. So now, I frequently say that working with Coriana chain is like working with a wet noodle. One of the ladies told me the other day that she had tested it and you could needle them just like a cord, and that it worked. The only thing I don't like about that fact is then you have to waste your Coriana chain, because you're going to have to cut the part off that you needled when you go to finish anything up. But it still, would work really nicely, from what she says. So that's always good. Okay, I need to find, there they are. There's my silver, both my silver clamshells and my crimps. So we need 2 of each, so we can go to either side. Oh, come off. Look at that, it's pulling the baggie apart, but it's still not opening. Turd. I may have to put these in a new baggie because it's tearing up so bad. Or put them in a case instead of leaving them in a baggie. So we got 2 clamshells, and what you want to do first is put your clamshell on. So a little hole here. Now, I discovered the other day, because I was doing 2 strands, if you ream this little hole out, you can put more than one strand through it. In fact, you might be able to do it with this without reaming it out, because this is a thinner chain. So put one of those on either side. Get our, come on, I just need 2 of our little, did that just stick under my fingernail? And so we just, I'm just going to flat crimp these because they're going inside the clamshell, so they don't have to be pretty. So I'm just going to grab that, put my Coriana chain through there. Once you know it's in, come on, go in, baby. Okay, that is, no, it's not. Boy, this one's being stubborn. It doesn't want to go into here for some reason. Whoa. Well, maybe I should have left the 3 out. There we go. There, it's in there. So then just scoosh it down good and tight. I may have just broke that one. Put your clamshell up. Now, when I get these on, I test them by pulling on my clamshell, make sure it's not going to just pull right out of there or pull right off. And I'm giving it a pretty good tug, and it's staying put. So then you just close your clamshell up by squishing it. It's got 2 holes, so you'll take your jump ring and go right through the hole so that you don't have to worry about it opening at all when you're wearing it. So we need 1 more of these little guys since I just sent that other one flying. You needle it too, Heather? The Coriana cord here, or chain at the end. Yeah, come on, you. Oops, I just barely caught the end there. And because it just barely caught the end, it came off. So we need another one. Oh, come on, you just used them. Where'd you put them? Actually, when you're doing this, you don't even need to have a specific color of crimp bead or crimp tube. or even a specific size. You just need something that will stay inside the clamshell. And because it is going to be inside the clamshell, you're not going to see it anyway. So okay. There's that one. Now we'll pull the clamshell up onto there, give it a tug, and then we'll just push our clamshell closed. It's sitting pretty good together here. So now when we pull this down, we just have the two little crystals and our bell here. And we'll get a tinky tot and put this pretty onto here. Actually, it looks like I have some tinky tots sitting here over on the side. Come on, you. Stop being a pain in the rear. Sometimes easier to put one side on instead of the other. When it's biting you like that, try that, because sometimes it just wants to go on the opposite direction. They just become a pain in the rear. So there is where's our other crystal? Oh, it's way up here. Get down there where you belong. That's one fun thing about the Coriana chain. If you don't put like a bail on either side to hold your crystals or in place, they can move around and it's sort of fun. Yeah, you can add a drop of glue into the clamshell, but it's not really necessary. I do it if I'm using cord in here, because in a cord you've got it knotted. This is you got it crimped. If your crimp is going to come off, it's going to come off no matter what. So I don't worry about it when I'm crimping it. If it's a chain, if it's glue, I mean if it's like a knot or something, I will glue it. But so then we're gonna put my bail on one side here and just my regular loop on the other. If I wanted to, I could put one of those extender chains I got earlier on the other side for if anybody wants it to be a little longer. So take your jump ring through both of our loops here. This one is the side for my jump ring, and I forgot to check my jump ring. Better do that. Don't want a bad jump ring on here. Ugh. Good thing I checked. See that? It didn't close. Hey, Brandy. And sometimes if you work it a couple of times, it will start closing, but this one doesn't look like it's going to. It's going to stay open. So we don't want that, because even though you can knock it closed, if you were to sell this piece and the person didn't realize they had to push it back up, then they could easily lose the piece because it's not going to be closed. It's just going to sit there open. So I will need to get another lobster claw to finish it up. But then we'll just put this bigger one over here on this side. Like I said, this is where you would add some extender chain. If you want to add some extender chain, we'll just go through here. we will close this baby up. So we used one of our little pretties from Bead Box Bargains to put on the bottom of this to make this pretty little necklace. And see how simplistic this is, but so pretty. I do need to get a new lobster claw since this one was bad. And I will be right back with that. Okay, this one's working fine. So since the jump ring is still attached right there, we'll just get this put on here. Close that baby up. Now, if you wanted to make some simple gifts for people, these are like this are a really easy way with a really delicate chain. And I made my daughter one the other day with just a pearl here instead of the bail and this. And she's a CNA, but she did say she could wear that to the hospital because I made it 18 inches. So it was short and small enough that she could wear it there. So there is a really simple little necklace with just a bail and a couple of crystals and our pretty from our Bead Box Bargains. And this is the 0.5 millimeter Coriana chain. So it is thinner, obviously. So the other thing we had talked about was our leather here. I've got this cut at an angle because I was trying to get it into one of my stuff into it and it wouldn't go in. So what I meant when we were talking about the ends, because I got them specifically because of this thicker leather here. And they do come 2 in a package, so you can obviously do 2 earrings or a bracelet or a necklace with one of the packages. And what I meant by putting this, how to put this on, is I'm just going to put one on for right now. And because I haven't decided what I'm going to do to make this a bracelet. I'm probably going to make it a bracelet, so I could just cut it. But then what you do is you take your Loctite and you just put, come on, I know you're close to being empty. I've got a second bottle over here. But so just put your Loctite right there at the beginning. Then take your leather and slide it into here. And so you can see it on this side. See, this has gone further than I want it because I don't want to be able to have it come out. I just want to be able to see it right there at the very end. And you take your pliers and you go over that middle spot right there. See, it's trying to move because it's bigger than normal. And just squish. And then you turn and you squish the other side as well. But again, you don't want to over squish. Now that slid down, but it's still within the squish. So I'm not real worried about it. It will be all right. And then once I decide what I'm making with this, which is probably going to be a bracelet, could be earrings if I felt like it, except for I just cut it. and we'll cut it and we'll put our beads on, and then we'll glue the other end on. So since I probably want this to be, I usually make my bracelets about 7 1/4 to 7 1/2, and I usually use a lobster claw. We're going to cut this at about 6 1/2, and that gives us an extra 1/2 inch for our lobster claw and stuff. So I'm going to cut this right here. And then this is the side we would put all our beads or whatever onto to decorate. Then we'd put the other side on once it was finished. So I think I had a big white bead here for a while. Yep, right here. Now this is only one bead, but you just slide it on. And if I wanted it real simple, I could just leave just one white bead. But I'll probably add some other stuff to this. But that's how you add these crimp ins. And then they just work just like any other ending. With the loop, you put your jump ring and your lobster claw on. So there is the necklace using the one piece from Bead Box Bargains. This is a crimp end from Aunties Beads. So we've used things from both of my orders to make these things. Bye, Dorothy. We're going to be off in just a minute here. We've been on for an hour and a half. So let's turn up for a second. So there we go. This is our really simple little necklace we made. Like I said, very simple. It's 18 inches. So, so really simple, delicate necklace if you're not wanting something heavy duty. And it really does look really pretty with a pearl on it, on this spot right here, if you just wanted something really simple. So that is our necklace with our little pendant pieces from Bead Box Bargains. And then, like I said, this is how you put on your leather crimp ins. This one could have been a little smaller, but that's the way it goes. And then you just feed your beads on, and then you'd crimp the other side just as you did this one. We're not going to do that today because it is at an hour and a half, and we're going to let folks go. Not sure who's on next. I don't know, it's Wednesday. Heather, are you coming on, or is Dominique coming on today? Or is anybody coming on today? But anyway, I'm going to sign off for the day. And if I don't know which of the two ladies are coming on, or if either one of them are coming on. I hadn't spoke to them about that earlier. Heather is the one coming on. You're on today. Okay, so Heather is on TT's Trinkets and Treasures. She'll be on at noon. So we'll see you all in about a half hour for when she comes on. And this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we will see you later. Bye-bye, everyone.